Hey YouTube, 3D Printed Life here. Today I'm going to be talking about this guy. I'm actually home right now because it's a work from home day because there's no water at the office. So that means I get to print all day, which means there should be an Eclips3D update that I'll record later today, and I'll probably post in a day or two. So by the time you're watching this, it'll be that. But of all the progress that I'm going to make today, because with all this time, I'm probably going to be able to essentially finish up the majority of the X and Y axis just without those panels. These panels. But the point of today is to talk about the time frame for the Eclips3D. So as you can see, it's already coming together quite nicely. And I'm hoping to have the X and Y gantry completely done and assembled and functional in about 10 days. And that's going to include the aluminum brackets here instead of these plastic ones, or rather aluminum plates. But just for the X and Y axis. And then once I finish that in about a week or so, I'm going to just start work on using the X and Y axis, troubleshooting it, optimizing it, getting the end stops worked in, stuff like that. Now, while I'm working on that little optimization, I am going to send the plates, the files for the plates for the Z-axis over to the person I have cutting for me, and have him cut out those plates for me, so that hopefully by the time the X and Y axis is done, I'll get the parts for the Z axis and I can put that together. I'm hoping to have a functional printer that can actually print things in less than a month, and we'll see how that goes. It might be a little bit more difficult because I'm relying on somebody else for those printed plates. So that may screw my times if anything runs behind on either of our ends. But it's worth a shot, and I think that is a reasonable goal that I hope to achieve. Now, what's after that? Well, I plan on doing a Kickstarter. I'm actually not going to really do the Kickstarter. It's going to be my mom. My mom volunteered to do it because my brother's going off to school. I'm already at school, and I don't have any other siblings. So she was saying she was just going to be bored at home, so might as well have something to do. So I'm going to handle the design work, the technical support, the all that sort of stuff relating to the printer. And my mom is going to handle the sort of, I guess, like customer service, and then the production. Really just like customer service as far as production goes on that side. I'm going to handle any technical customer service. So that should be good. It's just going to be like a nice close-knit family operation, so that should keep things simple and fast. Timeline for that, I hope to start the Kickstarter campaign in the end of May. Around then anyway. I'll see exactly when it starts. But if anybody has any sort of graphical experience on the computer and would like to contribute a sort of like a template for me to use to just put the words and stuff over so it looks pretty, I would gladly love that, because my skills in that area are really lacking. But just sort of something to make it look more professional, so I can put all like the stuff I want to say, the pictures I want to have, and have it look nice all together, stuff like that. Anyway, the Kickstarter will end a month after I start it, and then hopefully I can start getting, well, my mom can start getting printers out about a month or two after that time. Probably closer to 2 months after that. So yeah, the printer right now, it's looking like it's going to cost about $750 for the upgraded model. That's going to have everything, heated bed, full plexi enclosure, stuff like that. And then I'm going to try to do a lower end model, which should cost less, probably, trying to do math, I'll probably be under 700. I might be able to get it down to like 650. That would be my goal right there. But I'll have to see about that, depends on a lot of things still. And then also, since this is going to be a completely open source design, I just want to say now that I will not be posting the files on Thingiverse. I really don't like Thingiverse. I don't like MakerBot. I don't like their ethics really more than anything. Their products are okay, but their ethics are terrible. They went from being a nice open source company to completely shut off and suing every other company. And now they're owned by Microsoft, so that doesn't help. Anyway, enough of my rant. So I will not be posting the files on Thingiverse. I will be posting them on some other site, which I've yet to determine. However, the main sort of like instructions, instead of having a forum page, I'm going to actually post it on Instructables.com, which is an awesome site that I used to use all the time when I was younger. It's basically just like a DIY site, which is perfect for this. So it breaks things down by the steps. If you've never used it before, I suggest you go check it out. It's a pretty nice website. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have two instructables. One is going to be the essentially gathering all the parts for this and assembly. Obviously, if you buy the kit through Kickstarter, you want to gather the parts. And the second one will be a quick start guide, which I've already begun, which is essentially a step-by-step guide on how to take your fully assembled printer and start printing with it, which should be awesome, and it should help out a lot of new people who don't know what they're doing, and even experienced people getting to know the new hardware. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, all that should start going on soon. I should have the XMY Gantry done relatively soon, so keep an eye out for that in my videos, and that's pretty much it. I will shut up so you guys can enjoy the rest of your day. Nice and bright outside. And if you did stay this long, I'll throw in a little Easter egg at the end. Some slow motion I took of my 3-up here printing. Recorded at 240 FPS, so it's about 8 times slower than real life. And there's actually a lot of things you can see that you can't really see going on in real time. And I can shoot up to 1000 FPS. So that's pretty cool. It should really help with some troubleshooting on this guy if it's needed. So that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you later, and stay tuned for that slow-mo.